Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be reviewing something a little bit different. It's a box. It's my usual trick. There's nothing in this box, and in fact this box has got nothing to do with this video at all. So we'll just get rid of this one. As per normal, I'll need my glasses for this because I can't see the writing. These days the legislation says you shouldn't see any ingredients or anything which is on the box. So I need my glasses. And today we're going to be reviewing naughty, vegan, no beef and vegetable pasty. So let's have a quick look at what it looks like before we bake it. There's your frozen vegan pasty. Now it does look a bit odd to me, but there again, everything looks odd if it's foreign. I'm used to eating meat and everything normal, but don't get me wrong, I'm not putting you guys down if you're vegans. You know, this is a different type of thing and I'm going to be interested and try this. Now the crimping isn't that brilliant, and on the end there you can see where it's going to split open. Now on the top it is covered with some type of product of something. Maybe it's not an egg but a substitute of an egg. Now the interesting thing is this is filled with something. It says no beef and vegetable pasty. So there's no beef and there's no vegetables in it. So what on earth is actually in this thing? A lot of protein, because it says here soya protein. And if you're not sure what that stuff is, it's white stuff. And then you can color it to make it look like beef. Or you can have grated and make it look like cheese. Whatever you want to do with the stuff. I don't think it's that bad, to be honest. I think the brand that makes it is Corn, something like that. But it does taste all right if you mix it with, if you're having a Sunday lunch and you're using that as a substitute for meat. You definitely need to use some beef gravy with it to make it taste good. Anyway, moving on swiftly. That weighs in at 200 grams and it comes in a box of 30. Now, the cooking instructions for these, if anybody really wants to know, it's 200 Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit, and you bake it for 30 to 35 minutes until they're golden brown, or the center temperature is 70 Celsius. I've got one in the oven now. I mean, it's been in there for a while now, so it's not far away. We'll just have a quick look. Yes, it's in the oven and it's got 13 minutes left. Don't you think that's a cool place to put my oven? In a cupboard? That's what's great about a Sage oven, you can hide them. We'll pop back in a few minutes whilst the pie is baking, and we can have a good test and cut her open and see what it really tastes like. Now our vegan pasty is ready in the oven. We'll get it out. Obviously we're not going to be able to eat it straight away because it'll be damn hot. Oh, and there's the bell. So there we go. There is your vegan pasty. As you can see, that is what it looks like after 40 minutes. It's not bad coloured. It's golden, but not as golden as I like it. But then you're not going to get it that golden because you haven't used egg wash on it. As you can see, if I'd left it any longer, that would have split open. God, and it does smell good. So that's an interesting thing. So we're going to let this cool down a bit and then we'll cut it open and have a look inside. We're now going to cut the pasty open and have a taste test. And have a look inside and see what we think. Still hot. Wow, that looks nice filling. So we've got carrot in there, and like I said earlier, it's got some corn-based protein. And it does look like brown stuff, so it's like an artificial gravy type product. Something to make it look like that. Whether it should be baked a bit longer than this, I don't know. It's hard to tell with this type of product. If I bake it any longer, it would have spewed out anyway. But it does look that you can see bits of potato in it. Oh, look, and there's a pea. There's a pea in it as well. So it does look quite nice inside. Interesting. I'm very surprised at what this is looking like inside. And as you can see, it's a pretty full pie. There's no leftover gaps in that one, like some other companies. Or as someone said the other day, they look like tents, Steve. So, taste test. Right, first I'll try the pastry just to see what it tastes like, because this is made different to the other stuff. Well, to be honest, the pastry is rather bland. Not very much salt in it, so it's not giving the pastry is sort of what I call flavourless. But there is something been added to it. You can tell there's something obviously in it that gives it this sort of like weird texture at the back of your mouth. Pastry, there's just no flavour at all. Personally, I'd have liked to put salt in that, but I guess vegetarians don't have salt neither. Right then, let's go for the big one. Hopefully it's cold enough now. Yeah, though there's not very much salt in the pastry, they've made up for it in the filling, because the filling's very, very salty. And seeing these bits of vegetable in there, it just reminds me just a standard pasty, and the only thing's missing from it is the meat. But it's well seasoned. I actually like this. I like the flavour. Very peppery, very salty, very peppery. The thing that stands out more than anything that gives this the flavour is the carrots. That's what you can taste. It's got that, you can taste that carrot. And I'm guessing it's sweet in there as well. So the things that are standing out in my mouth that I can taste is sweet and carrot. Now normally when you've got peas in summer, usually the peas take over the flavour of everything. But apart from that, it does taste like a sweet and carrot pie, basically. So, it's totally different. If you're vegan, you're going to love this type of thing. Now, from my point of view, it's not my cup of tea, but I do like the flavour. But I'd like it to taste a bit more like meaty. I don't know, maybe it's me, but I understand where the vegans are coming from. But I know there's a lot of flavouring out there now that would have made this taste like beef. But then the vegan people don't like beef, so they can't have nothing tasting like beef, can they? I assume. But generally speaking, I suppose, as a vegan pie goes, I can't knock it. I'm not a lover of the pastry. It's not my cup of tea. The filling is just lacking some. I would have liked to taste it. I wouldn't have liked to taste it, just the veggie stuff that stands out. Personally, there's some work to be done on this. If that was me, I'd have gone back to the drawing board, because you can do a lot of things with corn and this ain't sort of it. But in saying that, people obviously buy these because obviously you got vegans out there probably love this to bits. But so what do I think out of 10? Well, the flavour's not there for me. It's bad crimped, And as you can see, if I'd left it in the oven any longer, it would have spewed out everywhere. So it's, I know this sounds a bit harsh, or it might sound a bit good to you guys. Now, if I was a vegan, and dare to say, if this is me looking from a vegan's point of view, and I wanted something that tastes nice, and I didn't want it to taste just of sweet and carrot, then I'd probably be knocking this down. So, against what I'm looking at the moment, this might be a bit generous. I mean, it's a good try, and I feel about 8.5, and in that is stretching it really, and even that, I think that's a bit high for this product. Be interested to find some more vegan products to compare this against. So at least that's given me a benchmark against it. So if this company's got any more pies they want to send out to me to try, I'm willing to give them a go. Well, there you go, folks. That's a product from Naughty Vegan. And if you want to test these out for yourself and take no notice of what I say, pop down to my baker's shop. It's the traditional bakery in the high street, and test them out for yourself. I've got a couple of boxes there. If they sell well, we'll do more. And in another video, what we'll be doing, we'll be making this pasty. So you can actually try this out for yourself at home, because it doesn't look that hard to make. I mean, who can't put vegetable and protein together and wrap it in something? Okay, I know I can hear you vegans saying, it's not just like that, Steve. Yeah, I know. If you like this type of content, please subscribe and please share. And we'll see you again very shortly on the Crazy Baker channel. Laters! This is the Crazy Baker channel. Baking. Lifestyle. Recipes. Reviews. I am the Crazy Baker. Please subscribe and please share. Laters!